Nico, how can I close more deals in high ticket sales? The answer to that is extremely simple, and I'm going to be doing it in this video. I get asked by my clients, I get asked by literally everyone on Instagram that interacts with us, and I wanted to basically break that down in this video. So there's a few things that you can implement right after this video to start closing more deals. And if you aren't closing deals, it's still important to put these into effect because, again, you want to be living like the person you're aiming to be. If you want to be a high ticket closer making 1K a month, this is what they're doing. Okay, so this is what you need to be implementing already now. So let's get into it. Now, I'm not going to be giving you any sales tips. That's the first thing. Okay, it's all about your prospect and their preconceived notions about you and the first impression that they have when they meet you on a Zoom call. Okay? It's extremely, extremely important. So the first thing is having a nice background. The importance of this cannot be understated. I can imagine when you clicked on this video, you might have even thought, wow, he looks like he's in a nice place, okay? And it's something called a status delta, right? And what that means is it basically is, what is the first impression of you? And what does that say about your status as a person? Are you up here? Are you down here? Are you in the middle? Where are you? Because the most important thing is that you come across as an authority figure, and your status delta helps that as well. It's not all about, right, the first impression, because obviously being an industry leader and knowing a lot about the industry you work in helps with that. Okay, it's about what's in here as well. It's not just about what they see. It's important to know that. Okay, so nice background. It's incredibly, incredibly important. If you are a closer and I can see your bed in the background, I can see that there's just like random posters on the wall and it doesn't look very professional. The first impression I'm going to get as a prospect is, can I trust this guy? Is this someone that I can trust? And that's a very important thing to understand, okay? When I jump on sales calls now, I jump and I speak with a lot of businesses that are doing very well for themselves, offer good services, and the closers clearly are implementing this, okay? They've got nice backgrounds, they have things on the wall, maybe awards, stuff like that, art, whatever. They have a nice microphone in the screen that's expensive. They have a nice watch on. They have a lot of things. They're wearing nice clothes, maybe jewelry, something like that. Something that basically tells the prospect, okay, this person is clearly doing pretty well for themselves, okay, which means what they're doing and what they're selling is likely working. Because if it's not working, they're not making money. If they're making money, it means it's working. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so how can you implement this for yourself? Okay, maybe rejig your room. What I'd recommend is, ideally sitting with the window in front of you so you can get some natural light in. That's always important. If you don't have that available to you, maybe have a light. I don't know if you can see it in the shop, but we have a light here that's on my face so that you can see who you're talking to. Okay, that's important. Another thing you can do, if you don't have a nice background and you don't have all of that yet and you're just starting out, a plain background is good enough. While I was closing and making 20K a month, 30K a month, I literally did it with a plain white background, okay? So you can do it, it's pretty straightforward. It's all you really need to worry about. Just don't give them any reason not to trust you, and a plain background doesn't do it, okay? So understand that and implement that as soon as possible. Now, the next thing is you do not look scruffy, okay? Again, people, when they meet you, if you aren't well groomed, your facial hair is all out of whack, your haircut is all out of whack, you don't look clean, that is an issue, right? Look presentable, take care of yourself. That's extremely, extremely important. There's this thing out there that basically, it was this video I watched, it was very interesting, and I think, a lot of it can apply into this, right? If you see someone who clearly looks after themselves, that is someone that likely will look after you. Because most people on this world, the way that they look after themselves, they tend to treat other people, okay? It's like a 99% thing. There's obviously anomalies to that and people that don't do that. But the truth is, okay, let's say you're speaking with me and I'm like, you can see I'm well groomed, I look after myself. I can pretty much say, hey dude, something I can tell you, I look after myself and I like to treat my clients the exact same way. I look after myself, I'm gonna look after you, okay? And it's that kind of thinking. So for example, people getting absolutely shredded in the gym, you can actually mention that. You can be like, look, I take care of myself in the gym. I think my health is really important. Health is wealth at the end of the day. And I believe that the way I treat after myself is a great example as to how I'm going to treat you as a client. Okay, so understand that, it's incredibly important. So if you're not in the gym, get in the gym. If you're not active, if you're not looking after yourself, start doing it ASAP. Because at the end of the day, looking after yourself is an investment into yourself. those are the best investments you can have, okay? Having a nice haircut, wearing nice clothes, again, super important, because people make decisions based off first impressions. It's a massive, massive factor, right? Some people may not choose to go with you because of the first impression that you made. It may not have been a good one. A great example of this is interviews for jobs. If you don't make a good first impression, they're probably not going to hire you because they're like, I don't know if this is someone that I want to be part of my team, okay? That simple. Final thing, okay, is your mindset going into the call. Let's say you're a closer, you have 8 calls in your calendar, you're 4 calls into your day, and you haven't made a sale because a couple people are not a good fit, a couple people you couldn't get over the objection, etc. So the wrong mindset to have is letting that affect you, right? Thinking, these calls today have been terrible, like I'm not looking forward to the next one, I feel like it's going to be the same. I've looked at the answers he's given me in my Calendly thing, and he doesn't seem like he would be a great person to kind of bring on, right? Having preconceived notions like that is going to affect you and your closing. Because at the end of the day, what's in here affects what comes out. It affects your conviction, it affects your confidence, it affects everything. And that's very important. You need to have the utmost conviction in what you're selling and in the person you are speaking with. Having conviction that they can make it work and that you are going to help them make it work. Because if you go into the call with the wrong mindset that you don't think you can help them based on what they said, don't judge people like that. Because the truth is, it's happened many times in my closing career where I thought, these questions aren't great, but I'm gonna keep an open mind. And they ended up paying in full. I made like $1,000, okay, in terms of actual finances. And they ended up being a great client. They had a lot of success, and I pretty much helped change their life, okay? And it's important to understand that the mindset you have going into the call will directly correlate to how the call goes. So something I recommend you do is maybe do some pre-call affirmations, telling yourself that you are an amazing closer, telling yourself that the people you are speaking to are best equipped to be helped, and that you are going to help them if they do not see that. Just telling yourself this every single day before a call will help you so much. Not only because it will get you kind of fired up, but it will also put you in the right state of mind for a call, okay? And it's very, very important to do that. Because like I said, your mindset will affect everything you do, in sales, in life, everything. So make sure you approach sales calls with the right attitude, with the right mindset, so that you are showing up not only for yourself, but for the person on the other side of the screen. You can help and lead into making the right decision for them. That's the important thing. It's not about you, it's about the person you're speaking to, because the rest will fall into place. If you are focused on your prospect, money will come. Don't worry about that. Okay, that's a very important thing to understand. Don't think about money. Money will directly affect you negatively. Take it from someone who has experienced that firsthand. Okay. When I was thinking about the money all the time in my closing career, it is usually when I made the least amount of money. When I realized it was actually about helping people and helping people shift their beliefs and make the right decision for them, everything fell into place and money came. Right? And it's important to have that attitude of how can I help you today? And then they'll see that, they'll see you as a genuine human being and someone that's authentic, and they'll trust you more, okay? Just be yourself. Don't pretend to be anyone else, and don't think about the money. Just think about how you can help the person on the other side of that screen, and you'll be fine, okay? So implement these 3 things. Implement the background. Implement how you look on sales call. Again, so important. First impressions last, so make them count. And the final thing is your mindset going into the call. Make sure you are in a positive frame of mind. Obviously, life can happen, but try not let that affect your performance. And that is it for today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.